putting America first. I am not going to let companies
who shouldn't have a gun in the first place.
Damn, Daniel!
Of America's history. Wait a minute.
Iguodala to Curry, back to Iguodala to the rim.
Great block.
This is going to be a tough point. Bryant, the Cubs win the World Series.
Putin was aware of the attacks.
Not much happens in Russia without Vladimir Putin.
Don't tell me you're offended when I say pussy, but you're not offended when Donald Trump says it.
Well, friends, it's another year and another trip around the sun. Only 2016, like much of the world, wasn't just any other year for me. But I mean this in a much more positive way. For me, it was a year in which I felt I've lived the most authentic life I could lead. Sure, I raced less, but I traveled a lot more. Come to think of it, all three of the races that I did this past year, each took place in a different country.
Korea, here I come.
As a byproduct, I got my passport stamped more than any other previous years combined, and really went after building the life that I wanted to live and lead. Here's what I learned from my time on Earth. I believe in experience more than anything. More than a nice roof over your head, a luxury car, how much you have in the bank. Where you've been, the stories you have to tell. That's living. I believe that it's never too late in life to reinvent yourself. I believe that living by someone else's prescribed timeline is unrealistic at best and potentially damaging at worst. I still believe that love is the greatest thing on earth. Whether it's family, a significant other, friends, it's ultimately all that really matters.
Wow.
When a waning life is reduced to days, hours, and minutes, I have to believe that this matters above all else. Because most everything's fleeting if you think about it. When you pass, you can't take the possessions you've amassed, and you can't pay to stave off death's inevitable knock. I obsess over legacy, the lasting impact you've had on people's lives. How will you be remembered? How many will show up to your funeral? How many will pay homage beyond just a sad RIP tweet or Facebook post before moving on with their lives? I think we have a tendency to overcomplicate things. Life's pretty simple, actually, once you find that one thing.
Do you know what the secret of life is?
No, what?
This.
Your finger?
One thing. Just one thing. You stick to that and everything else don't mean shit.
That's great, but what's the one thing?
That's what you gotta figure out.
So it turns out I figured out that one thing for me. And it's quite simply that I'm going to die one day. That's it. That's my guiding light. And I'm not saying this in a macabre, depressing way. Quite the opposite, in fact. It just serves as a reminder for me to live. To reverse engineer everything I do in life by that one true fact. For me, I choose to focus on things that matter. And I choose to focus on the good in people. For all the doom and gloom mainstream media likes to push out for ratings, that's not what I see. From being around this little sport of ours, I've witnessed time and time again what the human spirit can achieve. So for every single instance of this, there are thousands and thousands of more countless acts like these. So going into the new year, my personal mission statement will remain the same. To keep living a life that feels true to me. to continue to see as much of the world as possible and to keep telling stories of the amazing people around us. And my challenge to you is to go into 2017 with an open heart, to give more than you receive. Believe in the best of each other. And most importantly, leave a great legacy. And you do that when you impact others in a positive way. Remember, adventure always, my friends. May 2017 be the best year of your life.